Our lesson today is on the commutative property of multiplication. In the past, we've done the commutative property of addition. Today, we're going to see how the commutative property applies to multiplication. Before we get started, let's review some vocabulary from our previous lessons. The word array. An array is a way of organizing amounts in rows and columns. And if you look at the picture in the background, you can see that I have these water bottles in the picture, and they are arranged in rows and columns. That would be an array. Now let's talk about the commutative property. The commutative property says that factors in a multiplication problem can change positions, and even though they change the positions, the product will not change. The array or the picture will look different, but the product, how many I have all together, will not change. I need everyone to get out their whiteboards and markers or a piece of paper and pencil to write on. Please draw a picture for this multiplication equation. 3 times 4, or we could say 3 groups of 4. Your picture should look like this. 3 groups of 4. The product for 3 groups of 4 is 12. Don't erase your array. But now, on another part of your board, draw this array. Draw the array that represents this multiplication problem, 4 times 3, or 4 groups of 3. As you notice, we have the same factors as our other multiplication problem, but the factors have traded spots. As you can see, this picture of an array represents this problem, where I have 4 groups of 3. 4 groups, and in each group there are 3. If I counted all of these up or added my groups together, I would know that my product for this one is also 12. In both our examples that we just drew pictures of, we found out that 3 groups of 4 had the product of 12. We also found out that 4 groups of 3 has the product of 12. This is the commutative property. These two problems represent the same factors. The only thing that has changed is the position in which you see them in the math problem. The thing that stays the same is the product. It doesn't matter if 3 is first or 4 is first. The product stays the same. It is 12. Remember, the commutative property of multiplication tells us that the factors can change positions in multiplication equations, and even though the factors change positions, the product will stay the same.